There's one final reframe that I want to give you around passion, and that is that you can trust the desires on your heart. I don't know about you, but I think that there's these undertones in a lot of societies I've been in where desires are something to contend with or to resist, or like they're distractions almost. You know how in education it's like focus on getting the good grades and doing the extracurriculars so you can get into college. And then once you get into college, focus on the major. And then once you get the career, don't let anything lose your sight, get the promotions, follow the same career track, and make it all linear. And it's almost like just desires and what your heart really wants are sometimes thought of as these distractions or things taking you away from this almighty goal that you have. And that's how I used to think about them. I used to feel like whatever was on my heart, I had to measure against being the right thing for my career, for my education, for what made sense in my life, quote unquote. And I then met a women's leadership coach, and she forever changed my perspective on desire. With her and her perspective, I started to think of them more as something that comes from our heart and maybe is even placed on our heart by our own inner knowing or some bigger power. And I think of it now this way because we all have completely different desires, right? Like it's kind of how the whole world hinges together. Some people want to be doctors, some people want to be artists, some people want to be mothers, some people want to help make beautiful spaces and clean things up and organize things. Some people want to write the laws. And it's because we all have different desires that the whole world kind of works. If we all wanted to be the same thing, or we all wanted to follow the exact same way of doing things, not only would it be a really boring world, but we would be missing out on the pieces that are so valuable to keeping our society functioning and to really touching people in the way that only you and your mission can. So without you, some vital aspect is lost. You know, there's a way that you can say things that only you can say things because of your experiences and your history and what really moves you and what you want to make an impact on. And so if you pushed your desires aside and you follow the path that someone else has laid for you, we're missing that thing that only you can bring in your way and that you feel deeply called to bring. You think about this, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but really take this in. You are the only one of you that has ever existed in all of history. And you are the only one of you that will ever exist in all of history. You, exactly the way you are, there will never be another insert your name ever, 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 ever in all of the universe. And so you trying to be someone else that already exists, you ignoring that call on your heart and what lights your soul up, we're going to miss something that will never come back this way again. The universe will never get that. And so for me, the way I really think about desire now is it's something that has been placed on my heart for a reason. It's part of the bigger tapestry that I can't always see, but I trust is there, and then it's advancing that and moving it forward. And your desires may just be something that brings you more joy, which is amazing because then it radiates back to everyone else in your life. Or they may become something bigger in your life and in the lives of everyone around you that you'll touch when you follow the thing that most moves you. And either way, that's kind of a win, right? So if you've ever been someone like I was that felt a lot of tension around desire and wants and feeling like they're a distraction, I encourage you to reframe them and think about your desires as being placed in your heart and as a good thing that's within you for a reason. And whether that reason, as I mentioned, is just for more fun and fulfillment, or whether it's to take the whole world by storm, it's a pretty amazing thing either way. So let me know if that shifts anything for you down below this video in the comments. But I encourage you to test out, see what resonates there and what that shifts around finding your passion and following your heart's truest desires.